Hi everyone, I'm Kim from the Rookery Van Life, and I'm coming to you from the exciting place of my garage. Actually, last week I had a cold and my voice was so hoarse, and it's almost better, but I can hear the difference in it. So if you hear some raspiness, that's what it is. But I'm fine now. So what I thought I would do today is do a shopping haul. So as you know, or may not know, I am living in the state of Florida, but I'm not a Florida native. I moved here about 14 years ago. Well, Florida has a store that I never heard of outside of Florida. As a matter of fact, I don't even think it was here when I moved here, but there's a store called Ollie's Bargain Outlet. And they're a store that has all different kinds of things, household, automotive, but week by week you never know what you're going to find. So sometimes I'll go in there and I'll find a few things that I need. Other times I don't really see anything. But I recently went there and I found several things that I had been looking for, so I went ahead and picked them up. So let me show you the 7 or 8 things that I have. So the first thing I'd like to show you is a bath mat. Now the reason I bought this bath mat from Ollie's as opposed to anywhere else is they had my color. And I decorate my van using kind of this teal blue color. You can see several things around my van, but they had the color that I needed. I wanted a bath mat because I have one of those outdoor showers where you warm the water up on your roof and then you can take a shower. But when I go out in the field, I wanted to have something to stand on that wouldn't take up a lot of room and that could be cleaned easily. So I thought a rubber bath mat would do it, and when I was in Ollie's, they had just the thing. And I should also say I paid $3.99 for this. So I think that's about right, considering other stores. The second item I bought were these spring-loaded clamps. Now, I use these for a roof awning that I built, but these are so helpful. I bought a pack of 8 of them off of Amazon, and they were about 99 cents each. Well, in Ollie's, this pack was $2. So I figured that's as cheap as Amazon, or a little bit cheaper. So I went ahead and got them because I always use these, and they can be used for other things. I've been wanting to have a few extra. So spring-loaded clamps, and they were $2. The third item I bought was industrial strength Velcro strips. These are really helpful, for securing things, and when I'm out on trips, I always wish I had some straps. So Ollie's came through. They had the pack of them. I actually don't remember exactly what I paid for this. I think it was $2. But anyway, that'll be something that I can use pretty regularly. The fourth thing that I bought was a pack of single-use earplugs, and there are, there's 5 sets in the pack. I think this was $2, and it comes with a little carry case. I bought this because I recently bought myself a couple of power tools. I'll talk about those in a future video. But one of the things I wanted to have for those power tools is some ear protection. So they had them. I like that it had the little case. You can get these anywhere, but I did like that it had the little case to go with it. So single-use earplugs. The fifth item I bought were the wireless changing color lights. Now, the one thing about these, I wish they were USB. They're not. They take, I think, 2 AA batteries. That's kind of a pain, but I hadn't seen any that were USB, and they were right there. I paid $9.99 for this pack. I don't know if that was the cheapest, but it was really cute, and I hadn't seen it before. And this is something that I use. I have some other AA lights in my van that I use, which I thought would be a pain, but it turns out it's not really that big of a pain for me. Maybe I'll feel different in the future or maybe upgrade it, but for now I thought this would be something neat to kind of try out. So wireless changing color lights. Number 6, an inspection mirror. Now this is something that comes in so handy, especially when you have to look at something that's at a weird angle. I am prior military. For some reason, I still periodically check my car for bombs when I come out. So I use this to look under the edges of my vehicle. But you'll find all kinds of uses for this. And I had been needing one for my toolkit. Had one years ago, dropped it, broke it, 7 years bad luck. So it's time to get another one. So here it is. I don't remember what I paid for it, but I think it was either $2 or $3. Inspection mirror. Number 7, and hopefully I didn't lose count in a miscounting, but the next item, and I believe it's number 7, is a collapsible bucket. This bucket I've seen online on Amazon, and they were a lot more money. This was one of the things I was actually looking for as I went around. I paid $6.99 for this. I wish it had had my color instead of the lime green, but I did want to have a bucket, and I just didn't want another thing that would take up a lot of space. You never know what you'll need a bucket for, but there's been times where I've needed something like a basket or just something to collect liquids in or water, and this will be really handy. This bucket is 2.6 gallons, and it pops out pretty easy. When I was in the store, it doubled as my shopping cart. So, see, it's pretty neat. Has a handle, 2.6 gallons for $6.99, and it's cheaper than Amazon. So, there's my collapsible bucket. Number 8, and the last item, this is actually the item I went in the store to find. I had seen these on those commercials, like as seen on TV, and I mentioned earlier that I had a few things that use AAA batteries and AA batteries. Well, when I buy those battery packs, I put them in my drawer, and if you use just a few of them, I come back, my batteries are everywhere. There was one time I took some batteries out. I thought I put them in the trash. I had set them on the side, mistook them for being new batteries. They went back in. Then it's like a nightmare trying to figure out what's used and what's not. So I was looking for a battery station. And these are nice because, you could always just use a box to store your batteries, but this one has the battery tester. So you can always test to see if it's fully charged. It holds several different types of batteries. I don't really use the bigger batteries, the C and D, but because they're bigger, they can always hold batteries that are smaller. So today I'm going to be putting my batteries in here to store them in here. So I'm super glad to have this. This was $12.99. I've seen them on Amazon, and they were more expensive. I don't know if they had more features, but how much fancier can it get than a box with a tester? So that's what I got. So those are the 8 things that I bought recently at Ollie's Bargain Outlet. You can look for those stores in Florida. I know they're here. I've seen them in Jacksonville, and there's a couple of them in the Orlando area. If you don't have an Ollie's, I guess you don't have an Ollie's, and they don't sell online. But if you're ever in Florida, I don't have any affiliation with them, but yeah, stop in there and see what they have for you. All right, have a good day, and I'll talk with you later. Hey, boy.